Hey guys, Blakey here and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about and breaking down the main games showcased at the PS5 reveal event last night, what I think makes them promising, as well as my opinion on the look of the console towards the end of the video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. I would also like to know that I'm going to make this as unbiased as possible to give a fully genuine opinion on the artwork, gameplay and other aspects of various games, as well as the games that I think as well as the games that I am most hyped for due to their previous games and current gen. I'm also not able to show and analyse every game, as this video would go on for hours, so make sure you go ahead and check out the original stream that can be seen from GameSpot's channel and IGN's channel, both channels that helped me make this video. Let's jump straight into the video. So as the reveal event kicked off, Sony done a good job of building hype as they waited for viewers to roll in, by showing the old PlayStation logo for last gen consoles, as well as snippets from old games before showing the most popular games from PS4, such as God of War, Uncharted 1 through 4, Knack, GTA 5, Little Big Planet, Horizon Zero Dawn, Days Gone, Infamous, Final Fantasy and more. Almost all the games listed are known for pushing the graphical limits of the current generation, as well as providing meaningful gameplay experiences such as God of War's axe throw, Uncharted's climbing mechanics, Horizon Zero Dawn's environment and more. They also spent more time showcasing The Last of Us, helping to build hype for the second one that is coming in a week's time. On that note, make sure to stay tuned for my review on The Last of Us 2 once I get my hands on it and have a full playthrough of the game. Next, in the reveal, they kind of trolled everybody watching, including myself, by showing GTA 5 for around a minute or two. Everybody in the comments was going crazy, as we all thought they was going to announce GTA 6 for PS5, which would have ultimately topped the stream. Instead, they just said GTA 5 Online will come free to all PS5 users due to Sony's partnership with Rockstar, which was kind of disappointing. Nevertheless, it's kind of cool to see this will come with PS5, as GTA is undoubtedly one of the best games on PS4, which I certainly have one of the highest amount of time spent on. Also, before we carry on, I would just like to say that, like the first 3 minutes of this video, I completely forgot to record the audio of the stream, so don't worry, in about 30 seconds time you're going to be hearing audio from the rest of the stream and not just me talking the whole time. They officially kicked off the PS5's games showcase with a banger, in my opinion, a brand new Spider-Man game. This was so great to see, as it was honestly a complete surprise for me, and I honestly didn't expect it at all. Spider-Man on PS4 was one of the only games I got a Platinum Trophy for, and one of the key games that got me into game development, as the developers done a great job of rewarding skilled players with genuinely feeling like Spider-Man with its advanced combat system, something that all game developers want to provide to players, but something that is genuinely very hard to pull off. The swinging mechanic is honestly the best form of movement I think I've ever played, and it's completely effortless. It looks graceful and seamless, making sure not to break the immersion of the player, and I think they're going to do a great job of replicating that for next gen. The next game they showcased was a brand new Gran Turismo game. Personally, this didn't excite me that much, as I'm not a huge fan of racing games, so I'm not going to spend too much time talking about it, but nevertheless, the graphics look absolutely ridiculous, and I know this is going to please many fans of the series. Next, we have a fan favourite when it comes to PlayStation exclusives, Ratchet and Clank. When this clip first started playing, I think they'd done a really good job of randomly springing this game on us, and I thought it was a nice way of doing it. I really like the old Ratchet and Clank games on PS3, and they're one of the key game protagonists that got me into development, partly for how they fit into so many different mechanics and weapons into one game, and also for the art style. Games with this type of art are so versatile, as they're for a much wider target audience, so they don't have to stay in one genre, which is why their platforming is always so diverse. The initial trailer looks really similar to PS4, so it'll be interesting to see just how much it will change both graphically and gameplay wise to impress players and showcase the power of the next gen game console. One part I found insane was the dimensional travel. Sony done a great job of showing the power of the new PS5 SSD and its loading times by showing just how seamless it is to travel between different worlds or areas with virtually no loading, which we're all so used to seeing. If this is genuinely the case, this makes me so hyped for what else could be developed on game engines for both the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. One of the games that interested me was a brand new game called Returnal, which came across as a sci-fi roguelike game. In the game, you play as a space pilot stranded on a mysterious world, and every time you die you resurrect, but you're different. Something like that. It's a third-person shooter with advanced weaponry and mysterious alien enemies, and it will be interesting to see where the developers take this and how they'll innovate it to keep it different from other generic third-person shooters. Hopefully we will learn more of this game over the summer.
I know you are kind. You sense the power that flows through.
This is another indie game which gave a total breath of fresh air to the stream. Known as Kena or Kena Bridge of Spirits, it seems to be a story-driven action-adventure game which really reminded me of Nintendo's Pikmin series, in the sense that you have these little minion-type characters which you can use to help you solve different problems in the game. Games like this are promising as they introduce a mechanic like this which can be used to solve so many different problems if they play their cards right, making the mechanic very versatile. One thing that really caught my eye are the visuals. The game looks graphically mesmerising, and it was amazing to see that not all games have to go for a photorealism to blow away the player. The game doesn't have a release date yet, but it is definitely a game I'll be buying and setting my bank account back quite a bit. Not the first time this happens in this stream. Godfool was a game I thought looked really cool. It instantly reminded me of the combat of PS4's God of War, which had one of the most satisfying melee combat systems I've ever played. After doing some research on their new website, Counterplay Games proclaimed the game to feature high impact combat, looter slasher mechanics such as various weapons and armour, as well as co-op play which could hint at some really cool combined melee moves. Again, we don't know much about this game, but it looks really promising, and I hope they find a way to separate this game from current gen melee combat based games. Demon's Souls was a surprise saved for the end of the stream. A remake of the classic Demon's Souls released on PS3 in 2009. A precursor to the Dark Souls series, I'm sure the remake will be well known for its unforgiving combat, precise timing and the amount of PS5 controllers that will be damaged in the process. I'm genuinely scared to pick this game up, knowing the developers really will be merciless to please the die-hard fans of the Souls series. Saying that, as games have developed over time, it's been more and more common to see developers go down the route of ease of play rather than difficulty, but I'm sure the developers of Demon's Souls will not go down this route. According to the video description of the trailer, players will have two graphics options to choose from, one for fidelity and one for frame rate, which is a great touch from the developers and something that all indie developers should take notes from. For me, this was the highlight of the stream. Those who are close to me know that PS4's Horizon Zero Dawn holds a very special place in my heart, one of the few games I got the Platinum Trophy for. So when I saw Aloy fly past the screen, I was extremely hyped. Again, Sony done a great job of surprising us with a game so many of us have wanted for so long. From an indie developer's standpoint, Horizon's environment on PS4 was truly one of the best to explore, ranging from forests with vibrant colour and dense woodlands, crawling with robotic animals, to sheer rocky mountains covered in snow with huge mechanical birds covering the skies. The game was filled with constant diversity. Horizon Zero Dawn featured so many different ways to play, from the main story to interesting side quests which all featured different types of missions, to camps to take down, and even a number of collectibles. The game did not get boring right up until the very end, and I truly believe the developers will do a great job of doing the same thing. I really hope so anyway. The story of the game has set up for a brilliant sequel, and it will be great to see where the game takes us next.
This mission is mine alone. If I falter, if I fail, there won't be anyone left to stop what's coming.
Hitman 3 was another game that really excited me for next gen. Both Hitman 1 and 2 feature gameplay mechanics you really won't find in any other series. One of the only games in which the world and its AI won't only start when a player walks into certain areas, but the world just carries on around you, forcing you to adapt to its situation rather than the other way round. This is another aspect of development I think all indies could take into consideration to make their games stand out from other ones. And finally, the console. Personally, the way they introduced it I thought was amazing. I honestly think it looks very innovative, and those who don't like the design will eventually come to really enjoy the design just as much as those of us that already do. They also featured two different versions of the console, one being purely digital, which could hint that one of the console types may be quite pricey. Nevertheless, the string from my point of view was very promising. It would have been nice to see a new God of War, maybe a release date or the price of the console, but I'm sure that these will come over time, same as the Xbox Series X. On that note, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe for more. I'll thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.